Hey guys, welcome back to Sam's Garden Project, where I'm gardening in the suburbs of Melbourne in Australia. So I've just come inside from giving a quick little garden tour. I've just filmed it and I'm going to go through what I got at the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show. So I got a range of goodies ranging from bulbs to plants and like potted plants. I'll just give you a quick overview. I got lots of bulbs though, so I will get them out and we'll go through it together. Alright, so here is the overview of everything that I bought and the flyers that I grabbed and things that interested me whilst I was at the garden show. So while I was there, I didn't do any filming, I didn't do any vlogging. I just took some photos for Instagram stories and for personal use. Just for inspiration and whatnot, just because it was so crazy and I didn't really want to walk around with my camera out, as there was kids everywhere, there was school groups, there was elderly groups, there was people everywhere, so I just was trying to manage the crowds and I didn't really want to film it. So I'll put some photos of what I took just in this video as well, and let's go through what I got. Alright, so these need to go in the ground. It's been about probably a week and a bit since I bought these, but from Riversdale Irises, I bought 3 irises. These were $3.45. I bought Rubenesque, Creaming in Cream, and Painted Flutes. So I'm gonna go to, get some soil and put these in their spot over the long weekend. As you can tell, they're dying back a bit, so they probably need to be planted. I picked up a flow hive brochure. I'm really interested in getting bees at some point in my life. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do it in a where we are now in a suburban setting, but something I'm really interested in. Flow hive would probably be the first type of hive that I get, just to get to know the systems and how bees are and how they work. And then if we have a larger property in like a rural area, we might get a couple more and get the more traditional style bee hives. And yeah, so I found that really interesting. Grabbed the brochure just to get some more information. I picked up a pollinator little info book. These were specific to your area, so I'm in the west of Melbourne, so I grabbed the Western Melbourne pollinator book, and it just gives you an overview of the pollinators and what to do to encourage them, and the plants that they like that are specific to the region of Victoria that you're in my case the western suburbs. This is a bit of a pipe dream, but my dream is to have like a farm rural property and have like an outdoor type of like bath, sauna, relaxation type of area. And I saw the saunas and the hot tubs and I was like, let's get this for some information and a bit of a pipe dream. I went to the Diggers stand as well and got a preserving product catalogue for phowlers. They are pretty expensive, but I do do a bit of preserving. I'm slowly getting more and more into it, and this is just a bit of a guidebook slash like what phowlers offer, and like ordering book and whatnot. Yeah, picked this up just to go through and expand my knowledge a little bit. All the accessories and jars and rings and all the rest of it. So moving on to my only non-garden related purchase was this little sheepy keyring. It doesn't want to focus. But this is a little crocheted sheep. I saw it and I was like, umming and ahhing, do I get it, do I not get it? It was $25, but it's just so cute. And it's gonna go on my keys. So I can have a little sheepy keyring on my keys. Let's put him back. So let's move on to my Garden Express haul. We can call it a haul, got quite a few things. So these smaller packs were 5 for $30. I wasn't going to grow garlic this year just because last time I grew it in the raised bed, it got rust, and then the year before it was in the shade most of winter, so they didn't get very big. But I think this year I've got a plan for my garlic. I'm going to grow normal garlic and also elephant garlic, and I'm going to put them in the small round tubs with some holes at the bottom so that I can move them into the sun during winter, and I can also put some fresh soil in so that I'm not contaminating my garden beds or spreading fungal disease or whatever else. So I grabbed this packet. The bulbs looked huge, so I grabbed the healthiest looking packet and the biggest looking packet to try and get some big heads of garlic this year. I bought this orange lion hyacinth that comes with 3 bulbs to go with my mixed pack of hyacinth. I've got a big packet of jonquils because I want to put these at the front. So I'm excited to have these jonquils in the front garden so I can look past as I'm going out of the house or as people are walking past, just to give them a bit of cheer in the early moments of spring. To go with that as well, I got these Barcelona tulips. I was at the counter and the lady was like, you can get 5 for 30, you've only got 4. So I was like, oh my god, I'll go grab another one. So this is the first thing that I saw that like sparked my eye. This really pretty pink colour Barcelona tulip, 4 bulbs, and I'm excited to get them in the ground soon. Along with snowflakes, these are going to go out in the front garden. All the delicate type of bulbs, spring flowers, I want to put out the front because the front of my house, I haven't showed you guys on YouTube, but it's like a very delicate kind of European, not cottage garden, but it's very European in nature. So I want it to add a bit of whimsical with jonquils and snowflakes and also Spanish bells. So I'll plant them all together and we'll see what type of display pops up. So I also grabbed this beaded iris. I've been eyeing off some irises for a while, they just weren't the right time to buy them. So I bought this one from Garden Express, $8 for the one, which is a really pretty light colour. And then I also got the 3 from the Riversdale irises. So I'll plant all of them, not together. I might plant these 3 together and then this one in a separate section or in a pot by itself, and we'll see how they turn out. My last thing I got from Garden Express was this show bag special. $30 for 165 bulbs. I thought that was a really good deal, and it comes with a whole bunch of spring bulbs. Whole bunch of colour too, and I thought that would be really good for the garden or as a gift, I'm not sure, but we'll just see what happens with this one. I thought it was pretty good value, heaps of bulbs in there. So the plants I got this succulent in a like a female vase. I thought that would be pretty cool and it would suit the kind of the vibe of my spare bathroom. So it has actually put on a bit of growth since I've brought it home. All I did was give it a bit of water and I've put it in its place where it's going to belong. Oh no, let's propagate that and see if we can get another plant. But is that a flower? It looks like it's going to flower, so it must be really happy in its home, or they gave them a good fertilize before we took them home so that they would be happy for a little bit. I also bought this air plant. It's on a bit of wood. This one's come off, but I need to look into how to look after these guys because it's called an air plant and I don't know if they, other than a little bit of water, I don't know if they need food or soil, or I don't know how to look after them. Any advice, chuck it in the comments for me. But I thought that was pretty cool, and that also belongs in my spare bathroom. I also bought a large fern. I thought that was a really good price. I think it was $13 for this big fern. I'll put a video over the top. It's currently in my bedroom. And Alyssa just popped her head out the window. I'll show you. What are you doing? She can hear me talking and she's looking because she's been locked outside. And you can see the rain is come as well. So I got this fern. I'm not sure the variety, but it's quite large and it was $13, so I thought that was a pretty good price for that size of plant. I already had the pot and the like the crush, what's the word for it, that hanging basket macrame, the macrame hanging basket thing. They were already in my bedroom, but the last plant I had in there died because it doesn't get much light and it probably was too cold, but I'm going to try and keep this one alive. We'll see how we go. So that's what I've been up to a couple weeks ago at the show. I spent a bit of money, got some goodies for myself, and I don't regret it at all. Now I just have to plant them. A lot of them are spring bulbs, so they need to go in the ground over winter and prepare for spring. And yeah. And I also got some good information talking to vendors, and got some pamphlets and information booklets that is really useful for someone just starting out and trying to establish themselves in the garden and be productive in food and other things like chickens and pollinators and bees and whatnot. So overall it's a really good experience, and I'm glad that I went. I was tossing up whether to go or not. I was like, oh, I don't know, it's over on the other side of the city, and like, I don't know. But I managed, I went, and I'm glad I did because it was really good. So if you also went to the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show, leave a comment down below of what you thought it was, what your favourite thing was, and any of the goodies you bought. Like, did you get any good deals, bargains, what did you buy? I know every gardener that I follow on Instagram that went to the show had bags of goodies that they were taking home with them. So let me know in the comments what you thought of the show and what you bought, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.